Hi, everybody. It's Amy Jennings back here with you this week. I'd like to share something with you that came again from our Wednesday evening small group study. This week we studied about the image of God and how we as God's children bear His image. We are called to live and create and use the gifts He's given us to make this world a better place, to carry God's truth to this broken world. And by doing so, bring beauty to this world. So as I was thinking about that idea, I've been reading through the book of Mark and a passage jumped out to me. So I wanted to read that passage to you guys. It's found in Mark chapter 1, verses 40 and 41. And a leper came to him, Jesus, imploring him, and kneeling said to him, "If you will, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, he stretched out his hand and touched him and said to him, "I will, be clean." And immediately the leprosy left him and he was made clean. So as I was reading these verses, I thought about Jesus being the exact image of God, how He brought beauty to this leper's life. He made him whole and healed him of his leprosy. Leprosy was such a disfiguring disease. Many people, when they looked at a leper, would be so repulsed by their appearance and disfigurement. But Jesus wasn't. And the part that stuck out to me is he was moved with pity. That word pity in the Greek means compassion, sympathy. It means to be deeply moved, to feel it right down in your guts, this sympathy for somebody else. And so we see that Jesus was moved with pity. Jesus not only had compassion for this man, but it moved him to act. So as I was thinking about us being image bearers, one way that we can bear the image of Jesus, bear the image of our Creator, is by being filled with His compassion for others. And not only just filled with that compassion, but moved by that compassion. The Word of God says in 1 John 3, verse 18, that we are to love not only in word, but in deed and truth. That our love is to be a love of action, one that reaches out. And I love how Jesus' example here, he was not turned off by the appearance of this leper. He was not repulsed by his disfigurement. He knew that he had something for this leper, that he could bring healing to his life. And as image bearers, we have something to offer people. We have the truth in us. And one way I think we can cultivate compassion in our lives is to remember how we were like that leper, disfigured by sin. Our sin was repulsive to God. But God loved us and sent us Jesus. He came, He acted, and He extended His love and His healing to our lives. So what are some practical ways that we can show compassion to others? I started looking at the Gospels and the things that Jesus did when it said He was moved with compassion. And some of those things were He prayed. And He encouraged His disciples to pray. He taught about forgiveness. He healed the sick. He fed the hungry. Now, these are things that we can do practically in our lives. We can pray for others. And although sometimes in our humanness, prayer doesn't feel like it's doing something, the Word of God promises us that the prayer of a righteous man can do much. It's mighty. because of who we are praying to. We can feed the hungry. We can provide some comfort and care for those who are sick. And we can certainly forgive as we remember how we've been forgiven of much. And these aren't the only ways that we can extend compassion. There are so many ways. And like we talked about on Wednesday, we have gifts within us, talents that God has given us, ways that we love to create. And we can use the things that we create to give to others, to share with others. So again, I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to sign up for those Wednesday evening small groups. They are such a source of encouragement, and it's so neat to learn something on Wednesday and then to kind of think about it and dive deeper into that topic throughout the rest of the week. So I hope you guys are blessed by these scriptures, and I know without a doubt that God has given you unique gifts and talents that you can share with a broken world. And this week, how timely is this? In Kids Central, we are studying how God created man and woman and how we are made in the image of God. Our children are going to be learning about this very same idea. So I would encourage you parents to talk to your kids about it, how we as image bearers can show God's compassion to those around us. All right, guys, take care.